Yeah, it's fine. I mean, like, exactly. We were on time for so long, which I
Hi
mean, compared to
everyone.
last season.
Live already.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Lacrimita de lino, noche vela. Welcome back. We have a special guest with us for this Eurovision Fam stream who's been at the Madrid pre-party to see all of the acts, all the artists for the first time live. You guys, this is a huge deal for us as a tiny site. Welcome back. It is great to see you. This is Eurovision Fam here. Augusto, talk to us. What's going on in Spain?
Okay. Hi, everyone. Hi, Eurovision Fam. Nice to see you all again. Haven't been here in a minute. Um, what can I say? Madrid is enchanting and Madrid is magical. Best way I can describe it. I've been walking around. I've been here for a couple days already. Like I
Mm-hmm.
came a couple days before the event because you're crossing the Atlantic, the jet lag.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
not.
Get your
You know,
bearings in order.
I need
Yeah.
to acclimate a little bit. So first of all, first things in order. I want to publicly thank the team of EurovisionSpain.com, who is the website that organizes the Madrid pre-party. A big thank you to them for trusting me as part of this small Eurovision side
Yeah.
to cover the press events for the Madrid pre-party. Insane. Got to see all of them walk a presentation and then
Mm-hmm.
a purple carpet the next day. And yeah, I can talk
Yeah.
about. I'll talk about that later. But it was a great experience. The vibe was great. The audience was great. The artists were all great on both nights.
Hmm.
I almost leave the venue sobbing on how real this is because it's the first time
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I live anything this big in person. It's like a dream come true, and I'm like,
Yeah.
God, I made it all the way here to materialize this.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So very thankful to Madrid. Very thankful to the team behind EurovisionSpain.com who pulled it off. This is their seventh pre-party, counting the two that they did online in 2020 and 2021 because of the pandemic.
Hmm.
So it's great. It's been amazing.
Yeah. I'm so happy. I've been enjoying like watching everything, and it's like, oh, look at you,
I
you're so happy.
know. Oh my gosh. Like I almost like legitimately started like bawling, crying when I saw that you like had taken photos and interviewed these artists because it's just like, whoa, we did it, you guys. We finally made it happen, you know? I
Yeah.
feel like I mean our site's like less than 2 years old, but we're now
Yes.
at a point where we have such a seat at the table where we can ask the artists now, like, so you have an international fan base. What do you have to say directly to us? And they love us. Like
Yeah.
They
there's
did.
nothing more gratifying than seeing that we can be appreciated and accepted.
Oh yeah.
Gosh,
Makes
yeah,
me so
I
happy.
was almost gonna cry. Like it was so beautiful to watch that finally happen.
Yeah. And like, I know because like, I know we had the two interviews, one with May and one
Yes,
with Gustav.
yes.
And honestly, I appreciate those so much. Like, they're really short, guys. They're up on your YouTube page and
Hmm.
all that other stuff. Hey, I know I see Ariana in the comment section. I know Ariana was in there. But yeah, let's do you want to kind of move into talking about like kind of like, very quick interviews. We want to kind of like touch on to like that you did with May and with Gustav.
They seem great.
Yeah.
They're amazing. They are amazing people. I also got to speak to other artists, but unfortunately, technical
Yeah.
mishaps.
Yep.
But I can tell you that the people that I got to speak to, they were all thankful that someone asked them about the international fan vote. Gustav
Yeah.
had a very intelligent, very accurate, very 2023 answer.
Oh my
Smart
gosh!
man.
Like
He's a
real quick about
diplomat.
real quick about that. I do really appreciate Gustav's answer a lot
Hmm. Yes.
because it's
Yes.
like he acknowledges the where the genre of music he's performing in comes from,
Hmm.
and
Yes.
acknowledges the fact that that community and like, we'll kind of just go briefly over it. Basically, it's like, you know, this comes from like the Black queer community. Didn't use those exact words, but that's what house music comes from. A lot of people don't seem to realize that for some reason. And he acknowledges that and then says, you know, I understand, like, in the US, that specific area is facing a lot of issues, and like express support. And I do really appreciate that.
Yeah. May, she's a girl. She's a home girl.
She's so cute.
She's so adorable.
She's bestie vibes completely, 100% bestie.
Now here's the real question. I think we might have to make a poll about this on Twitter, on like the YouTube site. Which is, who has the better the manicure that's the best, May or Lazara? Because the two of them are just rocking the nails this year.
I mean, May is fabulous. She's very bubbly and very natural and very friendly. Like, she's a homegirl. She's like bestie. I want her to be my best friend.
Yeah,
like, I want to party with her, hang out with her, have a couple drinks with her, a lot of things with her. She's amazing. As well, I got to speak and talk to other artists as well. Super amazing. Every people, you know, some of the delegations kind of saw me being the newbie, and they were like, hey, you can do this, you can do that. Like, even the people of the delegations are pretty friendly.
Yeah.
I must say. So it's good to be in these events. It's like, I was a fish out of water completely. Did my best to cover both of the press events. But the vibe was amazing. Both days, Friday and Saturday. It was just, ooh.
And there were good shows. Like, I think that's what we're going to ease into now, is just talking about the performances.
Yeah.
Blanca. Oh my gosh, live.
Mesmerizing.
Mesmerized, especially on night 2 with that like more traditionally flamenco version of beautiful. Like, I'm like, can we scratch what we're actually sending and send this one instead? But yeah, no, but she's so good. She's so good.
We're going to talk about Spain. We're going to talk about Spain later on this broadcast, but I must say, Spain is playing to win.
Yeah.
These pre-parties in Madrid specifically showed Spain is not kidding. They're here to win Eurovision. Period. Do not rule them out. Don't count them out on the televote yet. And when it comes to the jury, girl, we're in for a lot of 12s.
Yeah.
She's winning something. She's going to win something.
She's going to win something.
Yeah.
Like, she is in person, both during the press events that we got to see her. Super nice, super friendly. Yesterday, I was able to catch a little. I was able to make a little video of her doing the AI.
Yeah.
That was just beautiful, and it was right in front of me. Because we had to quickly leave the room because, you know, they ran out of time. That was really nice of her. And just watching that myself in person right in front of me, I was like, this is magical.
And she comes from like a theater background, right?
She is. She used to be a theater director, like stage director.
I saw like she was a costume designer, and I was like,
yes,
ooh, my kind of girl.
Costume designer and stage director. So she did both. She was great.
All right. So like, who else do we want to talk about? I think we should probably talk about like some of the people we got to see for the first time. You know?
Oh yeah.
Because we had some internal selections who showed up, and I don't know, who should we start with? Who should we start with off that?
Po.
Honestly, Perfection Live. I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
They sounded so great. Like they were so great. They were so great. Like literally everywhere I was like moving in the clip, they sounded perfect.
Yeah. That vocal was excellent. Like
their energy on stage on Saturday night being like the last ones, and I'm saying like in Madrid, in Spain time, they perform after 1:30 a.m.
I imagine people in Spain don't go to bed until like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Indeed. They performed at past 1:30 a.m. and they had the energy like it was 7 p.m. at night, turning up, ready to go out to club. They were amazing. The vocal was lit. It was amazing.
Oh yeah, they sounded so good. Like I'm like,
it's like, ooh.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for like.
Yes.
Yeah.
They did great.
They were so much fun live. We got to see Australia live for the first time.
Oh
yeah. Yes.
I wasn't nervous because I've been a fan of Voyager for so long.
I wasn't nervous, but now I'm in love. Like now I'm
it works.
in
It works
love.
so well live. I'm like, I love the fact that like the people who like are kind of returnees and have been in the Eurovision space for more than 1 year got to do more than one song. So we did get to hear Dreamer at a pre-party.
Yes.
Like that happened. Who else is it? I'm trying to just go through my list and see who else we got live for the first time.
The Netherlands.
Yes, we did get the Netherlands.
We did get the Netherlands live for the. Okay, so what was that like to hear that live in Madrid? Because we get a lot of perspectives about. There's a lot of perspectives about how that went, and I feel like I can pick up something just from your expression right now.
I would like to apologize to our audience that I will be extremely biased about this because I really love the Netherlands. They are on my top 10. I loved it.
Yeah.
Okay. See, because here's the thing: it's like because you were in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, like it's not my personal taste, so I was like, you know what?
It was good. It was really good. It was much better than what I anticipated. They do have some chemistry together. They do get along really well. On the press event, they were pretty nice as well.
Yeah. That's always my fear with a duet is like there's no chemistry at all.
I remember because I was standing next to the people of another side. And I was like, eavesdrop, because they were like right there. I was listening to the conversation as well while trying to catch someone else. And I must say that they do really get along. They do have chemistry because they shared a story. You will find it on another side where they talk about the clothes they wore last night for the press event and the party. And they really do get along. They really do have a lot of chemistry. It's not super magnetic chemistry, but they get along. You see it. They get, they flow on stage. Their voices blend really well live. And again, I'm very biased because I really love this song. Because it feels on my nostalgia ballad. That nostalgic ballad that can fill my heart sometimes. And the Netherlands just really hit it this time around. And the vibe in the room when they performed was amazing as well. Like people were really vibing to it. So
I think it's a hard song to do at a pre-party too.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I always feel bad for people with like slower songs because it's a pre-party. You know what I mean? Like you're there to get drunk and yell poet.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what else to say.
Like, dance around up there. It's a karaoke party like at the core of it. So
yeah, exactly. And then the last one that we got for the first time, it looks like was Switzerland. Honestly, his vocal. That was our first time seeing Switzerland live.
I thought it was Armenia's as well.
I think it is Armenia's.
And Armenia too. I'm sorry. I didn't write Armenia in my notes.
So in the video, she sounded incredible. She sounded flawless. But what did she sound like?
Live too. She sounded really good. Armenia, homegirl, you're back.
She looked good, did good, sounded good.
I was worried. I mean, I wasn't so worried because I know she's a professional, but of course we all have that uncertainty there. I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I was like, so no, you're right. I did forgot to write her down, but yeah, no, Burnett. Oh my gosh, Burnett was excellent last night. Okay, really and then and then we also, like I said, we also had Switzerland live for the first time, and
he is so charming. Oh my god, he's lovely. I got to see him at both press events, and I got to quickly talk to him on Saturdays to take a picture for a site. He is just the kindest person. He's really charming. And live, oh my god.
Yeah, that vocal was excellent. I mean, he won like the voice, right?
Pristine. No
Mm.
notes. Excellent. Like, sorry, Italy, you're no longer having the better male vocalist of the year. Switzerland,
Ooh.
I'll give you that crown.
Honestly,
Ooh.
I'm not gonna lie.
I
I might
said
think
what I
I might
said.
think I'm on your side with that one too, Augusto. I really am because his voice.
I
It
might
just,
be soon.
it's like I just
It
love.
was. It
I
was.
love the quality of his vocal, like his like the
Yes.
timbre in his voice.
Uh-huh.
He's got such a great voice.
Yes. I have
Okay.
video to prove it because I did like small 15, 30-second videos of almost every performance that we got on both nights. So I can tell you,
Mhm.
it was really that good. And it has
Mm.
room audio. It was
Yeah.
really that good. Remo
Okay.
killed it.
Yeah. So those are kind of
Awesome
our first
job.
ones.
Mhm.
Just looking in the comments, someone had left a comment, and I think that we need to talk about this one. Can we also talk about Constructa?
Oh my gosh, Constructa.
I love her. I keep every time she performs, I keep comparing her to the same woman, and like she's the musical version of like Abramovich. Like
Mm.
she's so good. Like I don't know. But,
I
like,
gotta say, that rave last night was not on my thing. It was like, yo, it's like, because it was actually pretty late. She was the last guest performer.
yeah.
So we're
Mhm.
speaking that it's about 1:30 in the morning. The concert's almost over. You have 3 more acts, including Lorene,
Mhm.
and you need to wake people up a little bit.
Yes.
So the Spanish team behind the party, the brains, okay? You had the Constructor Rave, Austria, Finland, and Lorene at the end. Perfect ending, and then at 2 a.m. sharp.
Mm.
That rave, again, not on my bingo card. The chemistry between Constructa and Luke Black.
Well, from what I understand, they like she kind of
great.
like was his like mentor in the music industry too.
Oh.
Like
I don't know.
That explains why they act so like familiar
like
with each other.
they know each other.
Yes.
They've known each other for a while. Like she kind of like guided him through the Serbian music industry.
And they both have
And-
like really artsy, unique entries.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yes. And
Like, yeah.
honestly, Serbia, if you win Eurovision, I cannot promise to travel, but I wouldn't be mad about it because they're making an
Mhm.
effort.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, they are. I think honestly, oh goodness, we can go to the Balkans.
Yeah,
They've got nice weather
that'll be
this
so
time of
much
year,
fun.
right?
Also, they're not scared of camp.
No, they're
Oh
not.
no.
They'll
They're
bring
not.
drama, they'll bring camp, and I live for that.
And I know
I
like
don't
that run, like it was like from Constructa to like Korea to like Lorene. I was like, okay, that's what we're gonna do tonight. I'm honestly surprised that Blanca was the last person to perform, but she was probably like, you know what? It's late. I'm not staying up all night anymore, Spain. Just let's get me in and out.
She's been so busy with the Spanish like pre-party season. She's probably exhausted. Let her go to bed.
I mean, she is going to be performing in both Amsterdam and London next week.
And
She's
that
not
one's
turning
back to
down a
back.
single performance. Like she's not turning down a single party. She's showing up to every one, making us all go aya.
Here's my
Every
thing.
time.
The only one she skipped was Warsaw. But then
Oh, yeah.
Barcelona, Tel Aviv, Madrid, Amsterdam, and London.
Back to back to back, baby.
Well, because like I'm like, I don't know how they're gonna do Amsterdam to London because it's like the night after.
Oof. I mean, sleep on the plane, sleep on the train.
Sleep on the plane. The plane is what, 30 minutes?
Or
How
the
far away are
train.
Amsterdam and London from each other. Am I crazy?
I mean, the flight is super short. Like,
Yeah,
the flight is like,
I feel like it's an
right
hour
there.
most.
Hours.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay. I'm sorry. And then
But yeah, good luck to you, girl.
yeah,
that should
good
be
luck
fun,
to everyone
but
doing
oof.
that run tomorrow, next week.
But have some espresso or something because y'all need to be resting too.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want the vocal to be.
Yeah,
We don't want to damage our vocal cords.
all of the favorites are going to be in both Amsterdam and London.
Mm.
Yeah.
They're trying to finish on a very high note.
Yeah.
And then we have like basically, then they go into rehearsals.
Within 2 weeks. Within 2-3 weeks. So
exactly.
Insane.
Yeah. So what do we? Just trying to think if there's anything else that we need to talk.
Like is there anything that is of note from Madrid that like we would not have seen because we're not on the ground, Lili and I. So like, is there anything like really cool that just has never been brought up yet?
If going to Eurovision per se doesn't figure budget whenever the year happens, but you know that the Madrid party is going to happen, I strongly recommend people to come to the Madrid pre-party. One, Madrid is beautiful. It's a beautiful city. I will stay here for another couple nights because I didn't travel all the way down from the Caribbean to here to just party and go home. No, I need to enjoy this beautiful scenario.
Soak it in. Exactly.
Yeah. Number two, it's not that crazy because they do launch the tickets in batches. So usually if you get in the first couple batches, it's not going to be that expensive for you to show up. And they have packages that allow you to be right in the front. Those are a little pricey, but you're going to be in the frontal area. You're going to be able to see everything pretty easily. The venue has a really nice size. The people are really cool. They really do work on maintaining a very safe environment for everyone at the event, and that's part of their mission for these parties, to ensure that anybody, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, your sexual identity, sexual orientation, yada yada yada. They really make this a really safe environment for everyone. And also the vibe after each concert, each of the shows is pretty unique. So if you want to come and enjoy Eurovision, see these performances ahead of the contest, and also following up with a great party, Madrid is the place to be. So
excellent. Wow.
So now I'm like extra sad that I didn't stay in on.
Yeah, me too. Dang it.
Man, I could have gotten to Spain and had a good time if I didn't have to go to work.
Yeah, same. Exactly. That's my reason. But I mean, at least one of us was there and got to because when you say it was very unique, was it because like you got to still chill out with the artists who were kind of still dancing around on the floor? Or was it because they like what was making it so special is my question.
On Friday, I didn't see anybody going down at the after party. But on Saturday, a couple of the artists really did get down to the crowd. We're taking selfies, we're taking pictures, having drinks, partying with everybody that was there. It was a really fun time, really relaxing. And something very unique is that La Riviera has a couple stories. So on the main ground, you're going to be there. You know, that's where the audience will be. On the upper level, they have, or at least how they set it up this year was, they have a side reserved for minors and families. So they even cater to people, you know, so if you love Eurovision and you want your kids to come along, there's a safe space for you.
That is so cool. That is so cool.
With a designated area, with a designated bar. I don't think that bar sells alcohol because of minors. But designated area just for y'all. And on the other side is a VIP where all the guests and all the invited artists are going to be at. There's always a great time in that VIP. And when people get into the room, into the venue for the main event, they are playing some of the songs that you will either hear that night or a part of Eurovision history. One of the best examples that I witnessed on Friday was when they were playing the Benidorm artists.
Yeah.
And that's the night where they were performing. Some of them were already in the VIP. And when their song was playing, you saw them on the balcony of the VIP turning up with everybody in the crowd. So you want to see that type of environment? This is a pre-party to come. It also happened at least last night after the main concert. It happened with also the Benidorm artists, and also some of the Eurovision acts that stayed up pretty late at the event when their songs were being put on were being blasted on everybody at the venue, and they were there. Same reaction. They were at the balcony, turning, hyping up the crowd, and the crowd was responding. So, one of the most receptive crowds for pre-parties has always been Madrid since they started.
Yeah.
It's a noted account. And now that I personally lived this, I can attest that it's true.
All right. Oh,
Let's
wow.
go ahead.
We gotta be in Madrid. We gotta be in Madrid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely. And then let's go ahead and let's start heading into like song reviews. It looks like we're about 25 minutes into the stream so far. So let's go ahead and let's talk about the criteria real quick. Do you want to go over that for us real quick, Jordan?
Yeah, so reminding you guys, we review the songs based on 5 criteria. So lyrical content, we analyze the lyrics. Is there anything of note? Is there anything we would like to mention? We talk about the production and genre. So yeah, kind of the elements within the song that aren't the lyrics, that are just kind of the acoustic arrangement of it. We talk about unique elements. So are there things in the song that set it apart from the other 36 in the lineup? Following that, we talk about no, would we stream the song is the last one. But what was the 4th point? How well can it be performed live? Yeah, how well can it be performed live? Which is a question we can actually answer for a lot more people now.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, the last question is, would we stream it? And we actually have a third opinion now to see for the streaming ability of these songs. And the 5 we're going to be reviewing today are going to be in any order we imagine, but they will be Spain, Georgia, the Czech Republic, Moldova, and Albania. So with that said, we can kick off. It looks like
we'll save Spain for last.
Yeah. Since that's exciting as hell.
I guess let's go ahead and kick it off with Moldova.
Mm-hmm.
We have Soarles Si Luna by Pasha Parfumi.
Yes.
And it's the second time at Eurovision. I know I'm a Lautner defender until the day I die. There you go. That weird. I still don't understand what's happening with that.
Neither do I.
So let's go ahead and let's hit into lyrical content.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll start with that. The thing I'm seeing is like it's very primal lyrically speaking. Mm-hmm. It's like lyrically we're talking about a wedding between the sun and the moon. It's very methodological, and like there's a reason why that pairing exists.
Yes.
Throughout really the whole world. I can't really think of any actually I just thought of one. Never mind that one. But like a lot of different cultures have that kind of like, sun moon duality within their pantheon. And so it's one of those things that definitely goes to that feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The song is called Sun and Moon, and that is also the hook in the song. Very catchy, and it's rhythmic, the song, and the lyrics. Like they do function as kind of a support for the production, and I'm going to get into the production later. But the lyrics themselves, yeah, this is a tale about a wedding between sun and moon, but also between a man and a woman in the forest who are experiencing a very strong passion for one another. Mm-hmm. Like this is a very passionate song. And what is the lyric here? I'm actually going to read it. I promised my bride a wedding under a starry sky. I gave to her on the 7th night. I gave to her on the 7th night a ring with a gemstone. Like that kind of reads like a theme song. No, not a theme song, excuse me. A traditional song, an ethnic song that has kind of that primal carry with it that you only find in writings that are much, much older or have allegory toward the simple divine. Does that make sense? Yeah, I enjoy the lyrics. I really enjoy them. They make me feel like I want to go into the forest and like cross a river or something.
Cross a river. What are your feelings with the lyrics, Augusto?
When it comes to the lyrics, I agree with pretty much all of what both of you have stated. And I think it's a very interesting song, especially when you get to hear it live.
Okay.
Oh yeah, of course. It's probably so different to like than
Completely.
the studio. Yeah.
Completely.
Different
Dang.
vibe. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm gonna just highlight this comment here real quick from Vanya Lubitsch. Lautner is a party song. Posh is the king of fun. You know what these two songs have in common? I think he just likes a wedding. Because like I'm pretty sure Lautner's about like a guy in a wedding band, and now we have like this song. So
The wedding of
he
sun
just
and
likes
moon.
weddings. Exactly. Yeah, like
Luna.
yeah, I know it gets stuck in my head.
Mhm.
And then Vanya Lubitsch says the lyrics are really poetic. They really,
Yes,
really are.
they really are.
And Romanian is
Mhm.
gorgeous. Like as a language for this kind of music and this kind of arrangement, it works perfectly.
Oh yeah, I have thoughts about the Romanian language, all positive. I just like really like the way Romanian sounds.
Mhm.
That's like the Romance language people forget about.
Yeah.
Yes, because you know the big four, but everyone
Yeah.
forgets the other
Mhm.
one.
Oh yeah, when I took Latin, I remember we had our teacher was like, "What are the Romance languages?" And like I'm like, everyone forgot Romania. I'm like, it's in the name, guys. Romania, Roman, romance. Sorry. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about production and genre.
You want to start, Augusto?
The production is very slick. I
Mhm.
really like it. For being a dance song, I think that's where it fits better.
Mhm.
It's a dance song. It's great for a party. It makes you dance, and as someone who was able to see it perform live, that man is a beast on stage. Like he knows how to handle a crowd and make everyone turn up. And honestly, I think that it's a really good song. I really like it.
Mhm. Yeah, for me, I think the production and genre kind of plays that primordial and that modern at the same time.
Mhm.
And that's the kind of like the primordial is really the word I keep going back to, especially with the drums. And like there's an ancientness there and that rhythmic quality. Like the drum is the first instrument ever created, y'all.
Mhm.
Like, and then what comes after drums, flutes. Like we're kind of being in that very much that space of with that kind of sound. And like with a lot of things, like if you listen to music, traditional music from around the world with a lot of drumming in it, it's meant to be danced to. And so
Mhm.
you kind of bringing that into the modern age with the production. It's excellent. I really enjoy that. It's sleek, but at the same time, it has like a frantic energy to it
Yeah.
in a
Yes.
positive
Mhm.
way.
Yeah, I completely agree with what both of you were saying. I also enjoy how this is like Eurovision has completely accepted the style of like the Eastern European primordial like dirge sound, you know?
Yes.
They really Eurovision is a place that really leans into the kind of pre-Christian Slavic tribal sound that's like really true to kind of like the earth of Eastern Europe. And I enjoy that so much because there's really no other place, there's really no other show where we would be exposed to so many levels of like music that were not just dance but also inspired by such traditional elements in a way that it carved out an entire new genre unto itself essentially. And it's actually quite distinguishable. Like this and like the flute the flute part, like there's no way that like not everyone gets on their feet because this has one of the it has a very strong rhythm, it has a very strong melody, and it's because like it calls to something that's so simply human within us.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes like, I mean, let's dance around a fire. I'm sorry.
So we had a fire dancing last year with Lynn. I have to try
Yeah.
dancing around a fire with this one. I haven't done that yet this year. I haven't been near a
I
fire
want to
yet.
though. I mean, like it's perfect music for it.
This
Yeah.
is a song for it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think that's probably one of the biggest unique elements that this one has. There's nothing else filling this space this year
Mm-mm.
of that like primordially dancey
Ancient
stuff.
bop.
Yeah, like the ancient bops. I feel like we've gotten used to ancient bops at this point.
Yes.
And we need one. I feel like we need one every year now. Like are ancient bops replacing Balkan ballads? Let's discuss. I feel like we need both in the world. But you know what I mean? Like we only ever get a Balkan ballad, at least for me, at Eurovision, and now I'm like, I'm not getting those, but I am getting ancient bops. Yeah.
We might be in a transition stage, yeah.
Okay, so we're transitioning from the Balkan ballad to the ancient bop.
I mean, I'm not against it. I love my Balkan ballads. I adore my Balkan ballads. Don't get me
Gosh.
wrong. But
I want both.
I can't talk no ish about the ancient bops because they hit every time.
Right. And then how well can it be performed live? So you saw it live, Augusto, in person.
10 out of 10. It's really good. The energy is great. He's accompanied, he has accompanied by a very, about, I don't know how to say
The
it
English
anymore.
word.
Yeah.
Little person is what we usually use.
Yeah, by a little person. Their energy on stage is unmatched. They brought a flute too. It's on the audio. It's on the mixed audio. You didn't perform it per se, but the crowd last night with that song was turned up. It's great. It has a lot of vibe, and Pasha's a performer. He's excellent. So no complaints. Really good.
Yeah, I agree. I think it can be performed so well live constantly.
I mean, ever since Lautaro, honestly, ever since 11 years ago when he took that Eurovision stage, he was born to be up there, truly.
Yeah, he's a natural, and last night when he performed, both of his songs were very cheered on. So it's great. He's a great performer, totally.
Period.
Okay. And lastly, would we stream it?
I seek it out, baby. I seek it out.
I know, me too. I was listening to I have a new coworker as of Friday, and I was listening to it. And I got a little wild at my desk. I'm like over there, like I'm that person in the office. If you ever want to know, but yeah, no, I definitely do seek it out. So time for some commenting. All right, let's see what we've got here. I think this is what it is. Vanya Lubich says, Moldova just knows how to Eurovision. No one does it like them.
Truly.
They can do it with $1 million. They can do it with $0. It doesn't matter. They're going to show up and slap.
Exactly. Moldova doesn't have a lot of money, but Moldova knows how to put on a show and how to put on a party.
Yes.
And they have done stuff that's I think for Moldova, at this point, we kind of expect them. I feel like at Eurovision, every country kind of has an expectation. I feel like Moldova's expectation is that they're going to show up, you're going to have a great time, and you're not going to forget them.
They have €1 and a dream, and they give you everything with that €1 and
I don't
that
even
dream.
I don't even think they have €1 sometimes. they're there. I mean, aren't they the poorest country? They're the poorest country in Europe too.
Moldova,
they are.
They are the poorest country in Europe.
Yeah, no, but they bring that show every year, and I appreciate them. I'm so happy we have them.
Ariana, I do overplay it, Ariana. So
some other countries need to learn from them. If you have a small budget and a dream, make it work. And definitely with that small budget and their dream, they make it work. Because we've seen it multiple times. When Moldova decides to bring a party, beware of the televote. This year, I don't see it happening. But does anybody remember Turin? No one saw the truck coming. They were right over Chanel.
Yeah.
Oh my
Honestly,
goodness. Yeah.
I think Moldova has a very loyal fan base at the year. I don't worry about them qualifying.
I don't either.
No.
It's like Moldova. I don't think this is going to come top 10 overall, but I can see the televote giving it a lot of love.
Yeah.
At the same time, so I can see it doing. I can see it doing better than a lot of people might expect it to be. I need it on Saturday though. And then we have a comment from Ariana with Pasha's a natural performer, and I love Sergio too. So Sergio is the little person he worked, who's touring with him and everything. I just want to say I appreciate the fact that when you watch interviews, Pasha makes sure he brings everyone down to the same level as Sergio. And so so I do love the fact that he is conscious of making that choice. So that, we're getting both of them whenever they do interviews and things.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually really cool. I got to see it at the press events. And it was fun. And they are a great duo. I'm not gonna lie. Basha and Sergio give you a lot of energy, a lot of personality, and they are amazing. Like, Moldova is in great hands.
And then just from Filipino Chunk, ESC, Moldova is top 10 in the televote, but not overall.
I agree.
I agree.
I can see that, yeah.
I agree. Like, they feel like they'd come like 9th or 10th, and not 9th, probably like 7th or 8th in the televote.
Yeah, around there.
That just feels like the right spot.
Still definitely memorable. Definitely memorable still.
Yes.
Yeah, no one's going to forget it. All right, so now that we talked about Moldova, let's talk about Albania. One of the first songs we had selected.
Oscar, hand the Oscar over now.
Pause, Jordan. I know you're excited. So we have Albania. The song is Duye by Albina and Familia Kalmendi.
Yes.
Lyrical content. I mean, you're already handing out Oscars. You want to kick us off with lyrical content?
Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys. So this is the probably most dramatic song we have in the entire lineup. So this is the first time I actually sat with the lyrics and kind of simmered with them, analyzed them, and internalized them. And this song, its English translation, or at least provided by lyricstranslate.com, it seems like it's from the perspective of a child witnessing the process of like parents splitting up. Like, it could be a divorce, it could just be an argument, but there's kind of an I don't want to say infantile, but there's kind of a naivete leading into, oh, there's like a split up happening, and I am experiencing like the rough, raw pain of it. It's like they're forgetting that there's kids at the table, and the importance of kind of marital love, I feel like, is a big element in this song. It's odd because we don't get ever songs like this in Eurovision, where it's like the entire story is from this perspective to talk about this type of event. And I do want to highlight the chorus translation so that people can kind of get what the whole "do yeah" part is about. So the chorus translates into love them like before, keep that love safe, keep it safe like your life. Don't throw stones at it, love it like before, keep that love safe, love it like your life. So there's like an idea of restoring a dying love, of rehashing out the things that are making the love challenging. But this song, it's just drama. It's 100% drama throughout. And lyrically, I mean, I love Albanian as a language, so I will always kind of just like lean into Albanian lyrics because I just like it acoustically. But this, yeah, there's a plot. I like songs that have just like, we're gonna give you a plot and you're gonna have no choice. I love it. I love the lyrics. I think lyrically 10 out of 10, just because it's drama, absolute drama.
What do you think, Gusto?
I appreciate Jordan's explanation of the lyrics of Duye, because I was like, I know there's a lot of drama. I feel the drama. This is giving me telenovela.
Yes.
But like, now that I got Jordan's explicit explanation of the lyrics, now I understand the drama of it all. And since it's performed by the whole family, it's probably talking about them.
Right?
Like the only way they can go a 6-person group led by one of the daughters, who is the most famous singer, I believe, of the children. And you sing this very dramatic song about dying love. Is it about y'all? That's the only question I have. Because
see, like,
as it's being performed by the 6 of them, that's the only way to understand it.
It is the only way to understand it. My question is just like, would I personally go with my entire family to represent my country at Eurovision and talk about our personal family drama? That is bravery. That is so brave of y'all. Because we're taking our family drama and bringing it to the world stage. Hey!
It's an episode of Maury, baby. It's the Maury Povich show on stage.
See why I love this?
Yes.
Do you see why I love this?
No, you said Oscar. I say daytime Emmy. This is some soap opera, Dallas.
Soap opera.
You already said novella. Like, it is dramatic. And I'm like, I wouldn't miss an episode of the show. My grandmother, when I was growing up, used to tape her, like, her stories is what she called them. So, like, she would tape her soap operas during the daytime because she, ran a daycare. And then every night she would lay in bed and watch the tape and eat a bowl of ice cream with some chocolate syrup and peanuts on it. This song.
Perfect evening. Yes.
Yes. Like this would be my story I had to watch every night with my ice cream and peanuts. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I just saw this commercial. This comment. Filipino Chunky SC keeping up with the Kilmendis.
We're trying to keep up. But it's like we're bopping too hard.
Yeah.
Like we're still dancing too hard to this song.
All right, let's talk about the production and genre, because the drama is in the production and genre too.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Like, it sounds lush. It sounds dramatic. And you know what? Ariana said it too. Ariana says it's fab. I love the drama and the Turkish soap opera energy. It sounds like the opening to a Turkish soap opera.
Someone's about to be hit by a slow-moving car and get a concussion that'll cause them to forget everything until a new lover shows up.
I'm sorry.
That's what's gonna happen.
I just thought about re-editing the music video, but making it look like an Indian soap opera with Indian soap opera style editing.
Who can get on that? Okay, someone in the fandom, if you are hearing this stream right now, make a Bollywood edit of this music video. We need it now.
Oh my
there's a lot of
ahorita.
Bollywood Indian movie soap videos on the internet that can give you the perfect mix for this song.
Give us an editing board.
I want the song to sound the same. I just want the music video to be edited like I'm watching someone's auntie catch the daughter-in-law cheating, and then like the dramatic. Oh man!
And I want it to go on for 3 hours.
Yes,
as long as physically possible.
Just the high drama there. But yeah, no, I think production and genre, it's great. It sounds gorgeous. It's our Balkan ballad this year. Let's be honest.
It is.
And like I'm here for it. Every second of it is fantastic.
Yeah. So what about the production and genre is like cool? Talk.
I think we covered it all. The production is pretty slick. Yeah. It's pretty good. You got to give it to them. One of the things that scares us Eurovision fans about Albania is when they announce their revamp. Because we know some of the revamps are just why?
Miss. They're misses. They can be misses.
It's doing too much sometimes.
But this one, though, it's great that they kept it 100% in Albanian. Don't do it. If the song works perfect in Albanian, keep it. Thank you. Don't do the messy English translations we've had in the past. Thank you for that. The production got even better. And the only version that was out there in Spotify, for example, was the live recording from Festival E Kangas back in December. So when this new version dropped, I was 1, relieved, and 2, thankful that the production was really good. It's pretty good. That's what I can say about Albania. Like when they step it up, they step it up, and this year they did.
Yeah.
How about unique elements? I feel like we all will be in agreement on this one.
The drama.
Okay,
that's exactly what my note is. Literally the drama. That's my note.
So I had a feeling that drama was going to be like a huge point for unique elements. I want to point out something that's just slightly that might be more different. So this song, the melody and the chorus, it's a very ballady melody, and then you get to parts that are just straight up like Albanian wedding dance, you know. But the melody of the chorus, it's so memorable the first time you heard it. I remember back during the festival, this was a melody in the chorus that stuck with me because it carries like a sad ballad until you're up and dancing again. There's a very strong contrast there. And like the do ya da, 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 like that's something you could just be humming and people would think anything, that it could be like a love song, it could be a song about sadness. There's such a natural element to the sadness of the chorus that is supported by the up-tempoiness of the post-chorus kind of instrumental break that I think is just so slick, so neat, so cool. Love it about that.
Yeah. No, I think I agree with all that, but for me, it's the drama.
Yeah, no, it's so dramatic, and no one else is like this. No one else is bringing the drama. I love
And
drama.
then, how well can these be performed live?
Well, I like it.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, we know that they performed back in December.
Mhm.
They killed it. Their I think their only pre-party appearance will be in Amsterdam next weekend.
They did
So-
Tel Aviv.
Oh, they did Tel Aviv?
Mhm.
Okay, my bad.
Mhm.
So we've already seen them perform the new version live already, and we know that if in December it was good, this one is going to be it's going to be pretty good too.
Yeah.
So we know that when we get to Liverpool next month, things are going to be pretty neat.
They're
Yeah.
gonna have choreography. They're gonna have choreography.
They're gonna have choreography.
Yes.
This is what we all need. Okay, and then would we stream it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I always do.
Like-
I like it. Like I really like the song, you guys. Like it's that good.
It's
Yeah.
not on my top 10. It's somewhere in the middle.
Mhm.
Will I stream it regularly? I don't know, but I will
Mhm.
stream it at the times for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stream it. It's Eurovision season, baby.
Mhm.
Yes.
Very few things get skips. Yeah, I'm just taking a look here. Okay, Jeffro makes a good point. For me, I need to wait for the Eurovision staging for this song. Okay,
Yeah.
like so you're a bit afraid of the of what the staging might look like. I can kind of see that. Like I'm
Mhm.
not gonna Tel Aviv. They had made some cute little changes.
Mhm.
Yeah, Philomena Chunk says their pre-party dance is iconic. It was cute. I don't know if you guys watched Tel Aviv. They also changed up the costumes. It's like the parents have like the parents are in white with like a black swirl, and the kids are all in black.
Mhm.
Kind of like distinguishing them too and giving them kind of their roles. And the story more.
Yeah.
And let's see. Yep. Dad did the choreography too. What a cute moment from Peter Haddish.
It seems like they're having a great time.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like they love interacting with the crowd, it seems.
Okay, so Jeffro says, I feel like Albania will finish 9th to 12th in the semi. If it gets to the final, end up 17th at best.
I could see that.
I
I could
can
I
see
can
that.
see that
too.
too.
Like, I want it in my final, but I do see it as borderline at this point.
Mhm.
Just because I don't know what direction people are going to go. And especially since this is a Telva only
Mhm.
qualifier. Like, qualifying is Telva only. So we'll see what happens. I do feel like they are borderline, though. I
Yes.
totally get that vibe. All right. So
From Albania.
from Albania, let's talk about Georgia.
Okay,
Let's
so
talk
I'm
about-
wearing an English language shirt, you guys. It doesn't make any sense. This shirt makes no sense. And I'm wearing
second.
a shirt.
1 second. Let me finish before we talk about Georgia.
I'm sorry.
The
I
song
keep
is called
interrupting.
Echo, and the artist is Iru. Okay, now you can talk about your t-shirt.
So I'm wearing my favorite English shirt, you guys. And it's
I love
because
English.
sometimes like you hear English and it's like I don't understand what is going on with these words, but I am living for the sound of
Oh.
whatever's going on. I love English. I love English. I think it's a way of expression that's underappreciated, okay? Like
I'm
it
not
doesn't
gonna-
always need to make sense.
No, because one of my favorite musicians, when he was learning English, he called it his English because he was so bad at like forming sentences. He's like, it was English. And like he would write lyrics in English that just made no sense, and that's what he just called it. So I gotta think of that.
English, I like that.
These are the words are just sounds. Like
Mhm.
they just sounds that sound good. They make no sense at all lyrically. No sense is being made here.
I have no comments about the lyrics of Georgia's song, but I like.
There's
it,
nothing
though.
to comment on, really.
There's no that like the that part where like she's making the noises. Oh, that lives in my head rent free. I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
You know what? I must say, as I watched it live last night, Iru,
Uh-huh.
love her, girly, the moment, and live, she's amazing.
Yeah, like
She's
I
really
just
good.
this song could just be all that noise, and I would be here for it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that was really
Yeah.
good.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and
It was
then
really good.
since we don't really have much to say about the
Question mark out of
content,
10. Question mark out of 10 is the lyrics.
let's talk about production and genre though. because this is what we have wanted, at least for
From
me,
Georgia.
from Georgia for so long. It's Junior Georgia at Adult Eurovision,
Yeah,
baby.
get the junior team at the table. The Caucasus was like, let's go. And you
And
know
we
what?
have it, because
And
you know what?
It's perfect.
Ebru wrote is one of the songwriters for the song they sent last year for Junior.
Yes.
The songwriter, it's her. I can't remember his name, who wrote the song.
Yeah.
That man has written. He wrote Mazeo. He wrote.
I think all
Talk
three
about it.
Eurovision, all three junior songs that Georgia won,
Yeah,
all
he
three
wrote.
come from him.
Mm.
all
He also
three.
I want to say, what was that? The Sandra, her song with the flower dresses. I
Mhm.
feel like he
You're
wrote
Not
that
Alone,
one.
yeah.
Too.
He wrote he's written a lot of junior stuff, and it's like Junior Georgia Junior is powerhouse.
Mhm.
High
They're
quality.
literally like if you have Sweden at Eurovision, Georgia would be that country at junior.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Always good, always
Yep.
quality. They never disappoint.
Oh,
Georgia never disappoints.
only time
in
I get
junior.
disappointed is when Europe doesn't give Georgia their points they should be giving them. Let's be honest. Yeah, no. Like it's sleek, it's gorgeous. It's like it has the drama,
Uh-huh.
Yes.
but like
Yes,
it's
yes,
just
yes.
like sonically it works for me so well.
It
I'm
is a
so happy.
tiramisu. It's a tiramisu of just layers of beauty within it. It's like you have the rhythm that is just like that is like super rapid and more hyper. Then you have like the melodic electronic elements and then her voice on top of it, which is like taking the highest harmony you can imagine. And there's also all kinds of just stuff that has je ne sais quoi like within it. There's also other like mysterious elements within the production that I can't identify at all that are just entrancing. There's something about the song that just feels like magic. And yeah, I don't even have like the technical know-how to describe it.
And I think I would even dare say that the magic is the unique element.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like everything comes together so perfectly that I can ignore the fact the lyrics make no sense at all.
Yeah.
Because the vibe is there and the vibe is immaculate.
Uh-huh. Usually, like having really bad lyrics would completely destroy a song, but lean into the English and you'll have no choice but to just like fly when you
Because
listen
then
to
it feels
Iru.
deliberate. You know what I mean?
It does. And Iru is so good at defending this song.
Also, little choreography her and Brunette were doing together to it. I
Yeah.
love that.
Dang. Just shows that I
The
will never
Caucus
have
girls
the
came. The
I will
Caucus
never
girls
have
are
the
here.
flexibility they do to do that. Like the talent.
The talent is real. I
Mhm.
mean, it finally took them a long time to bring one of their junior Eurovision acts to the big Eurovision stage. It took them a long time.
Mhm.
Iru is perfect. She is the right one to be the first one for Georgia. Will this qualify to the final? I hope,
Yeah.
because I do not, Georgia has not been treated the best by televoters in the past.
Mhm.
Especially in the semifinals. They haven't qualified in years. So definitely they're bringing a really good package that can impact the viewers and help them get through. Will it happen? We're pinning on a miracle. Because history speaks by itself. But this is great. Watching her live is amazing. The energy is there, the vocals are there, the choreo is there. The lyrics, they make no sense, but it's a great deal. I'll buy it. I bought it.
Okay. And so the next one is how well can be performed live? Chills the first time I heard it live.
Chills.
Oh, so
Literally.
good.
Last night, it was great. The crowd was hyping her up. Everybody was turned up when she performed because it was magical. It was great. She really did good.
Okay, really quick. Do we feel like this could be kind of a Brooke Scullion situation for Georgia?
No, do not utter that name in front of me.
No. I hope
that
not.
That was a tragedy. I'm still not okay, Europe.
That was a mistake. That was a mistake.
Europe
Ireland took one risk and it was a mistake.
Europe did Ireland very dirty last year.
Dirty as hell.
That was dirty. No.
That was
Basura.
beyond dirty.
We needed the girly of the girls and the gays and the datedems. We needed her girly in the big final. She brought a show, brought the vocals, brought the choreo. We needed the pink.
Europe
Now.
slipped.
So angry still. So angry.
But Eru does not give me Brooke vibes.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
I'm more confident of her qualifying than what ended up happening with Brooke than even most of us a year ago were like, oh, Ireland? Oh, they're going through. And look at what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm still angry.
Although historically Georgia in the last few years hasn't had the best luck ever, Eru probably will be the one that will get them through. I'm more confident in this package than some of the ones that they've brought, that they've given us in recent years. So
I am too. At the end of the day, I am too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am pretty confident.
And then let me see. Would we stream it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Always.
Yes.
I seek it out, baby. It's so good. I'm just looking at some comments. Okay, so this one's from Jeff Rowe. I feel like Georgia is low-key safe qualified, but I think you'll end up mid-table.
Yeah, I could see that.
Possibly.
Peter Hodich, this can be top 10, but also around 20th place due to the lyrics. Do the European, I don't know. I feel like lyrics wouldn't really matter as much because the majority of people, English is second language, right?
No,
Yeah.
I mean...
I'm actually, okay, really quickly, I'm going to make a case for the top 10 claim and how that's a possibility. There is a winning moment in this song.
Yeah.
Like the last minute, that has a winning moment in it. That could, I feel like with the right kicks, it could walk itself all the way up to top 10 because it leans into that winning moment.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
All right. And then Ariana says that yeah, part is satisfying to me. It really is. It tickles my brain just right.
Yeah.
Oh, and when you see it, and when you see it live, it's really good. I was like, oh, this is great.
And then Jeffrey says, good. I'm gonna need Georgia to send a song like their junior Eurovision 2018. Was 2018 Tamar?
Yeah.
Yes. I still stream that song.
Gosh. That song changed my life.
That song is literally, I have a playlist of songs called perfect songs, aka a song that I have no notes for, that everything about it is absolute perfection, and that's on that playlist. It's so good. Also, I think, didn't Tamar win the Idol or something like that? Because I want to say in Georgia, their version of some talent show is not divided by age. It's children with adults. I feel like she competed with adults and came second.
Ooh, shoot.
Or something like that. So yeah, when she turns 16, she can go to Eurovision too. I'm okay with it.
I think she's 16 already, or she will be 16 very soon.
Hey, she can go to Eurovision too. If we just enter this era.
All our junior Eurovision favorites from the last couple of years are now going to be old enough to be in the adult contest, and they're so good. I mean, look, Eru is the first. No, she's the one this year from junior who's representing the junior camp. There's usually one. Yeah, there's usually one or two acts that are just oh yeah, I did junior before.
It's 2020-21 we had Destiny. Rob
and,
Queen.
Rob, but still top 10.
I know.
Yeah.
And then Stephania.
Yeah.
Justin the Junior. I'm just trying to think of all the junior acts we've had. Oh, Monica did junior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that's we have two junior artists this year.
I forgot Monica did junior. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, she did it before they changed the rules. She was 15 when she did it, and then they changed the rule that 15-year-olds have to just sit out. They can't do
Yeah, she did it in 2007, and that was the first time that Lithuania did, or one of the first times Lithuania did junior. And I actually always liked that song, and I learned not long ago that was her.
Okay, yeah, no, it's cute.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that's her.
Yeah, I'm happy to see the junior kids grow up and go on to.
That they
bigger things.
Love the contest so much too that they come back and just you know what, I'm not done yet.
And it's one of those things. A side note, real quick. I think that's one of the things I appreciate so much about junior. is like, because the kids are so talented and the songs are so good. Yeah. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and move on to the next song.
Yes.
So let's go with Czechia.
Mhm.
My Sister's Crown by Vesna. So who wants to kick us off with lyrics? Well, I see Augusta dancing already.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really like that song.
Do I have a
Mhm.
crown? Not nearby.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, the song.
Someone please correct me, but we have about 5 languages with the song. We have Russian, we have Ukrainian,
No,
Bulgarian.
we don't have Russian. It's Czech, Ukrainian, Bulgarian, and English. 4.
Thank you. So we have 4.
Mhm.
The mix is exquisite. I apologize for. I almost believe it was Russian, but no. Thank you for the correction, Sydney.
No problem.
The mix is pristine. The lyrical
Mhm.
content is great. It's a females
Mhm.
empowerment song.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now that I've seen it live, I have no worries about Liverpool because Czechia is in it to do really good again and to
Mhm.
keep
Mhm.
their qualification streak for a second year in a
Yeah.
row. This song better be in the final. Europe, don't do this travesty again because we know y'all. It's magnetic. The girl's presence on stage is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd was doing this all the time.
Yeah.
Putting themselves their crown. And the music video is exquisite. It's art.
Mhm.
It's impressive. I was mesmerized with that music video. It's great. This is a really good deal.
Mhm.
And the lyrical content is just really good. It's about, if not mistaken, the unity of Slavic women.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
great.
I mean, it definitely has a. My goodness. I just looked at my note. My first note is so stupid. I'll go ahead and read it because we need a moment of me being unhinged. In the words of Mel B, pretending to be Jerry Holloway in the 1991 cinematic masterpiece Spice World.
Oh my god.
Blah blah blah.
You are not.
Sorry.
You are not.
No, I'm not sorry. Blah blah blah. Girl power, feminism. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry.
But
we lost
it's
a
the
cousin for a
Pan-Slavic
second.
version. It's
But
Pan-Slavic
make it like
Spice
a
World.
pan-Slavic version of Shut up. It's brilliant. Sorry.
It's Pan-Slavic Spice World.
I love this song so much. I really truly do. I appreciate the sisterhood. I appreciate the fact that like even let me get there. We'll just wait for Augusta to come back. Sorry.
Mhm.
I appreciate the fact that the words chosen in the chorus are words that exist, like that I feel like it's purposely using words that are very similar
Mhm.
across the languages that they chose.
Yeah.
And then beyond those languages that they chose. So basically, if you speak a Slavic language, you can understand what's happening in that chorus. And the way that the way that they play with making those harmonies come and go, and like having certain elements where like the harmonies more emphasize
Mhm.
what's happening lyrically, it works for me very, very well there.
Mhm.
And it's really much uniting and supporting one another across languages, because that mix of languages is there. I also feel like though at the same time it respects the differences between each group. So it's not saying like all Slavs are the same. It's saying that we all have this one thing that unites us, but here are the things that make us different and unique too.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. So yeah, that's I kind of like I appreciate that there's a lot of thought put into this, and yeah, that's how I
Mhm.
feel.
For me, lyrically, like, yeah, I do agree. This does feel like sisterhood, not just between the Slavic nations, but also just between women in general. I definitely pick up on that. I really, really enjoy, though, the fact that this is kind of talking about the narrative of just like this is my sister. She won't listen to you. She won't follow your direction. She will determine her own path. And she is intelligent and smart and beautiful enough to do so. And she doesn't need guidance. She doesn't need your guidance. There's something so powerful about saying like, hands off, she's got this, about this song. That is, it's incredibly unique, I would say. I don't think that's quite the unique element I would like to point out. But that part of the song, it's not just about unity, like let's all hug, let's be together. It's like, no, she DGAF about what you have to say, because this is her life. This is how she would like to lead it.
It's one of those things
there's power
where
in that.
It's one of those things like that's what I think makes this really truly a feminist anthem. I mean, it's also, you can look at it from a feminist anthem point of view, but you can also look at it as a pro-Ukraine point of view.
Yes.
As well. Because it's like, we don't, like, you can say, okay, this woman, if she's Ukraine, she doesn't need your influence, Russia. She can do what she wants to do on her own. You don't need to be involved at all, period. And you can say the same thing for, hey, NATO, you know, she can determine her own fate as well with this. You can also go with the fact that, like, just at its core, that's what feminism is.
Yes.
So if you want to look into it and just solely from the point of view of a feminist reading, it's about, as a woman, you are capable, you are someone who can make your own decisions, and you don't need anyone else to make those decisions for you. And I think that's a positive thing as well. And you can even read that into like political things that are happening, not geopolitically, but in certain countries. With, I mean, I live in the US and everything, but I know we're not the only country dealing with reproductive rights issues. And so that you can even read that into those places as well. So, and that conservative nature that a lot of Eastern Europe has, where I'm trying to make sure I choose my words carefully here. You know, that kind of like the conservative nature a lot of places have in Eastern Europe with a patriarchal system. You can read this, and this is my empowerment for me as a woman myself, and my femininity myself, along with my empowerment for my country. So I kind of feel like it works on different layers for me.
Yeah. I completely pick up on that.
Yeah. I'm like, let me not get too feminist here. But yeah, no.
No, but I mean, like that this song, it is that complex. There's a ton of complexity within this song. It is, I want to say, probably at least in the top 5, like, most complicated but most like nuanced songs that are important to take the world stage. Yeah. You know, this year at Eurovision. And kind of just transitioning into production and genre.
Well, did you have anything you wanted to say about lyrics, Augusta? We lost you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I had to, since I'm on my phone, I had to answer a few messages.
Okay.
I think lyrically, the song is amazing. It's a very beautiful song. Has a really strong, empowering message for women. And it's great. I really love it. I really do.
Yeah. Okay. And then let's go into production and genre then. So, for me, I think I mentioned the vocal layering. It has that like Slavic choral quality that I love that sound. Like, I'm sorry, it's just like one of my favorite sounds that exists. It layers really nicely in my brain. But then outside of that, like, each part of the song has its own place to stand out. It's kind of mixing modernity again with traditional in a way that I really do appreciate.
For me, like, I like how, okay, yes, the whole there's a very Slavic sound to this. It is so powerfully Slavic, as you were saying, but there's also a layer on top of the Slavicness that's okay. So you know how in the music video the girls are all lined up, they all have like different style, different makeup. The production has music box in it. It looks like you're looking at a row of dolls, and that is reflected in the lyrics. We're not your dolls, we're not your dolls. And the chorus sounds like a music box. It alludes to toys. It alludes to innocent femininity that they're trying to kind of like be discussing in that same context. And then it rides into rap. It rides into hip hop elements. And then it becomes, it kind of changes face completely. And there's that contrast there is so powerful. But I think my favorite thing about the production is the fact that they use music box
Yeah,
to
and then
illustrate dolls. That is just
Yeah.
excellent to me.
Well, I think what it also is like that speaks to the the fact that like a lot of people want to infantilize women,
Mhm.
to the point where it's like you can't make your own choices, honey,
Yeah.
sweetie, no,
Uh-huh.
that sort of a thing, and it takes that sound and these sounds that are associated and these words that are associated with childhood and like how people like people call women girls instead of women,
Mhm.
to keep them infantilized and everything. Infantilized. I cannot say that word. How do you say that word? You know what word I'm trying to say.
Infantilized. Yeah.
Infantilized. Thank you. I'm like, I'm seeing it in my head how to spell it. But I'm like, how do I say this again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear it. I see it. It's like, I like the fact that that's a through line. And that's a very conscious choice, I feel like,
Mhm.
when they went into to make the mix.
Yeah. Mhm. Very meta.
Augusto?
I think the production is super slick and super amazing.
Mhm.
Blending the four languages, blending their voices, the traditional elements, because there is a strong traditional element in the song.
Mhm.
It's amazing. It's great. I really love this song. I really do.
Yeah.
It has a very strong message in it as well.
Mhm.
And then how about unique elements?
The music
Um,
video, it's very telling. The
Yeah.
union of the sisters battling one specific power,
Yeah. It gives it
which
away.
it gives it away very clearly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there's a
I
lot of
think
commentary. Like when you watch the video, beyond that, just like you can take like the TV screen faced head people as like propaganda being fed to you, or
Mhm.
even like the bowl of borscht with the letters in it that can be propaganda being force fed to you.
Mhm. Yeah.
And things like that. And you can go, okay, I'm seeing all of these elements here, and you can apply that to anyone because no matter where you live or where you are, you can be subjected to propaganda and whatnot and fall for it easily. And it's kind of critiquing all that.
Yeah.
yes.
It's a lot of thought. It's like, oh, this is, you know what? It's constructive vibes.
It is. Wow. Yeah.
We're heading into that kind of like territory of commentary with art and like deep meaning and everything.
Mhm.
And I even noticed that the makeup of each one of the girls on the music video has elements about it, about each one of the cultures that they're representing as a sisterhood, that I also find really interesting. Um, the music video is excellent. It's one of the most interesting and complex music videos of 2022, probably of 2023. Probably the most complex of the ones we're getting this year.
Mhm.
But Czechia has a really good deal. I buy it. I'm
Yeah, no,
in.
I feel like that's something
Give
that
me
the Czech
more.
Republic does really well since their comeback,
Mhm.
Yes.
where they give you a cohesive storytelling across the music video, across the song, and goes into the staging and gives you really a unique element too.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so convinced that they're winning this decade, because of the fact that they do that and they have a strong visual identity as well once we get to
Mhm.
the staging. And I feel like they give the artist a chance to really do and shine in a way a lot of other delegations I don't really think do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I really do appreciate that the Czech delegation is so good at letting all the thoughtfulness of their artist come through with everything that they do as far as genre, as far as the visual aspects go as well.
Mhm.
And then how well can it be performed live?
No comment. It was perfect. It was
I was
great.
I was a
Sweet.
little worried
Yeah.
before
So
Tel
was
Aviv,
I.
just because I know with the staging at the national final, it kind of felt really messy to me. It kind of like I didn't really feel like people were making meaningful, to quote Alicia, meaningful movements. I felt like there's a lot of weird things happening that a lot of thought wasn't being put into where you're going to be with blocking and everything else.
Yeah.
In Tel Aviv, though, I saw a more cohesion with the movements and more cohesion of where we're going to be at on stage when we're working with this. Um, yeah, like I really do like this. I think that once we get, and I trust the Czech delegation too as well. When it comes to staging, they've only really fell flat. They've only really fell flat for me with staging one time since their comeback, and even that was just like if we just changed the costumes, this would have stood out better. But yeah.
And as I saw them live last night here in Madrid, I have no complaints. The girls were great. The audience was feeling them too. Everybody was wearing a crown. And they have a movement in the chorus.
Okay, choreography moment. Yeah.
So everybody was doing the choreo when they were performing. So it was a beautiful hand gesture. You will, if you look for the Madrid pre-party stream, when they perform, you see that choreography with the hand movements from last night. It was great. The girls are cohesive together on stage, even on the little rap moment of the song. Perfect. Everything was great. No complaints. One of my favorites of this year, and they did not disappoint me. So I'm pretty happy.
Yeah. Sweet. And then would we stream it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Yes.
Like I love this one. So I'm just kind of going through comments here. Vanya Lubich says the music video gives me chills.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's an artistic demonstration.
Yes.
Let me see here. I like the aesthetic of the video, though I know from the video to stage can be very different. I'm curious what they'll do in Liverpool. Honestly, I hope they keep the kind of aesthetic they had in the music video.
With the Czech delegation, though, it's completely up in the air because who could have expected that staging in Turin, for that song? Who could have expected that? And it worked so well. Like they don't really reveal that many hints, but it's a good thing that they don't because like surprise, they really lean into the element of surprise there.
Oh, it's a kind of a two-part question. Okay, this is a two-part statement. Jeff Rowe, I think the mood of Eurovision this year goes towards women's empowerment and femininity. Yes,
choose love over power. And
that's on to a certain extent as well. That's another thing that I think I'm not going to get too girly in here, but because that's an aspect that's associated more with feminine leadership is love as a guidance rather than just force of power, which is more of a masculine energy. But there's power in love, I feel. And then I like seeing Sweden, Spain, Czechia, Armenia, and other women-led acts being more towards my top this year. Yes. I'm like, it's honestly a year where I can be like, oh, men. Why are they here? What is their purpose? Sorry. Let me just try to see.
I feel like last year was a very masculine year.
It was.
Yeah. Last year was very masculine. Yeah.
I'm happy that we're going more feminine because for me personally, I just prefer more feminine sounds.
Yeah. Me too.
My only question is, do they deliver the same level of empowerment and vocal synchro when it matters the most? Okay.
They did.
Okay.
And then I think Peter's Czech, if I'm right. Peter, let me know if I'm right or not. But Prague as a host city, I'm in love. You know what? I love Prague.
Let's go.
I love Prague.
Let's go to Prague.
I've been told that cheap food, cheap beer, great time, great people.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Filipinos, apparently. Like, there's a huge Filipino crowd out there, so I won't be a stick in the mud, kind of like I was in Turin.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Peter. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were Slovak. I'm sorry.
Okay, I mean, now we know for sure. Now we know. Sure. Yeah.
It's a neighbor country. It's across the border.
I mean,
I personally can't distinguish the languages, but that's just me.
I'm sorry, but I love our brothers. I mean, how old are you, Peter? You don't have to answer that if you don't want to. But when I was born, it was one country. So
when I was born, when I was born, they weren't, and they weren't together anymore.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's where I am.
What was I saying? Yeah, no. And you know what? I do feel like if the Czech Republic wins, maybe Slovakia can come back.
Maybe.
I have this dream that if the Czech Republic wins, maybe we can get Slovakia back. I would love
Oh,
to have Slovakia back. 'Cause
yes. Oh my
Slovakia should have
gosh.
qualified more than once.
Mhm.
They really
Um,
should have.
The only year during their comeback time in the 2000s where they should have qualified to me was 2010 and 2011. The only 2 times.
I would
That
have taken them more often than that. Okay. So
I
Peter's younger.
I'm
Younger
subtracting
than me.
2010. I'm sorry. I can't do 2010.
No, I'll take them. Honestly, a few
I'm
times I'll
sorry.
take them. Okay, I'm sorry. We got distracted. But we're supposed to be focusing on the Czech Republic. But yes, I would love to have Prague as a host city.
me too.
Manifesting that now. Come on, one of these years.
Okay. And then would be awesome, but I doubt they are contender respectfully. They are dark horse. Okay, this is about whether or not
Years. Yeah.
they
if
could
they
win.
Give a couple
Honestly,
years.
I'm thinking. I'm not gonna say I'd write them off just yet.
I agree.
I really think that we can't just
I
write
agree.
them off just yet. I would put them still in. I'm not saying that they're gonna win, but I can see a pathway for victory for the Czech Republic still.
Mm.
And if they
Yeah.
won, I'd be very happy because I'm always excited when a country gets to host for the first time.
Yeah.
I really am.
It's so special, truly.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on from Czechia to Spain. We saved them for last.
Yeah.
And the song is Ea by Blanca Paloma.
So, from someone who speaks Spanish, to give us the tea on the lyrics that aren't exactly in the English translation. What's the material?
From my understanding, Aya is a chant up towards her roots. You know, your roots, your background, your family, your history, that part.
Mhm.
Blanca dedicates the song to her grandmother.
Mhm.
Oh, we love a grandma.
Yeah, it's about her grandmother and some traditions that her family used to have. It's a very interesting song. It's not I mean, I haven't dissected the lyrics into that depth personally.
Mhm.
I will admit that, but I do find the whole mix one of the most interesting and more mesmerizing packages Eurovision has gotten in a while.
Mhm.
It's a really
Mhm.
good package deal. It's a really good mix. You will not find anything like Blanca is giving us this year.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to compare it.
Yeah. No.
And when she did Benidorm last year, you knew that something great was going to come
Mhm.
out of her. And
Mhm.
here we go.
Mhm.
I thought I loved her at Benidorm last year.
Yeah.
For me personally, I not knowing I love the fact I don't speak Spanish because I don't like this lyrically. I just when I hear this song, I get feminine power in a way that I'm all for the feminine power. I got like witchy feminine power, ancient vibes.
Mhm.
Let's go matrilineal. Let's go matriarchal prior to men realizing they had anything to do with reproductive. Let's go ancient and primordial, like woman empowerment.
Mhm.
And then I get the lyrics, and I'm seeing like a song about wanting to be die and be in the moon to watch over your son. That is where I'm like, oh, it's about a man. Like, it's like it loses its like strength for me with that. Where I feel like if it was a more of a line of like singing that and it's being watching over a daughter, I'd be much more in the vibe. It's just like that one little thing just makes it so I don't enjoy the song as much as I used to. But then I remember I don't speak Spanish. I can just ignore the lyrics.
Yeah.
Jordan, go ahead.
Oh, my voice is probably going to be so hoarse, you guys. Like my allergies are just killing me. But so lyrically, I'm gonna have a little bit of a different take. So the lyrics of the song they read very much like a folk song. They read very much
Yes.
kind of like what I'm more familiar with flamenco to be, or at least what I've been exposed to. For this song, it in reflection of the when I die, like etc. etc. I see it kind of like, okay, so you know how the pharaohs of Egypt would spend a big portion of their lifetime building their pyramid to build their tomb, so that they could be like sent to like the stage of the scales. I kind of get a reflection of that, saying like this, like my life is going to be created in testament of like my death and what my higher divinity would be when I embody that. And this is your task now. It's a very ancient type of message, I think, like a tomb. I don't want to say tomb building, but there's something very tomb building about this that I just like super lean into, because it kind of reflects on the idea of death as a way to look at love through a new lens. That's the way that I saw it through these lyrics.
I agree too. Because if I'm not mistaken, when she, after the and then she did so, that's it's, if not mistaken, it's a very traditional chantic from the past here in Spain. And it's more about life and death than specifically talking about a man.
Yeah, I understand that, but I totally get that. But it's just like, could we say niña instead of niño? Like that's just, you know what I mean with that.
It's just a very slight change.
It's like a very small thing. Where I'm like,
it's one letter.
But I completely get Jordan's vision, and it helped me make that realization that I just mentioned. Yeah, it's very traditional, very folk, really folk, and it's a new way of seeing a flamenco song being performed.
Yeah.
This is neo flamenco, a whole new thing. This is not Rosalia. This is not the more traditional flamenco sounds we've heard in the past, or we've been accustomed to in the past. And there's a lot of passion with this entry as well. And you can truly see it on every single performance that we've gotten from Blanca since Benidorm.
Yeah.
She performs walking down the sidewalk. Like everything she does is a performance.
Yeah, no, she's amazing like that. Let's talk about production genre, because we touched on it with the flamenco. And this being like neo flamenco. This sounds like Spain.
Yes.
Unmistakable.
And it's one of those things where it's like, well, come on, Spain. I know Spain has a beautiful, rich music tradition. I'm happy to see Spain sound like Spain and not trying to sound like their former colonies for a change. Like, let's be honest, because people go, oh, well, like, you know,
me and Augusta were just
Chanel sounded Spanish. I'm like, did she, or did she sound, because she's Cuban, and she sounded more Latin American to me than Spanish with the music itself. That's what I'm talking about with that. So it's just nice to see. Yeah, it's just nice to see Spain going for Spanish sounds. I'm sorry, I don't mean to like call it y'all's
no,
former.
You're right. Like this is very homeland, like actual terra of the earth in Spain, Castilla, like mga Castilla, as we would say from the Philippines. It doesn't sound diaspora pandering, which I mean, like Augusto and I are very exposed to the diaspora pandering side of Spanish music. Yeah, it sounds so natural. And yeah, the production, I really like how the new flamenco genre, it takes flamenco, which is a very kind of like strong sounding genre, and makes it more accessible by experimenting with the kind of sounds that it has. There's a lot of experimentation with this musically, and I enjoy that a lot.
I also, we also have to admit, 40 years ago, in 1983, Spain went with an unrecognizably flamenco song, and was that last. And now, with an experimental neo-flamenco song, they are a contender to win Eurovision. You see this?
Is that like that? It's like
that one. Underrated. I'm sorry. No, here's the thing, because it's like
so good.
Eurovision like has changed so much since the 80s. Because I swear, some of the choices those juries were making back in the day, you're like, did we hear the same song? Like, did we hear the same thing happening?
Yeah.
It's kind of like why I always tell people go back and watch the old contests. Like, and real quick, speaking of old contests, I did like that they had Karina
Oh,
last night
Yeah,
and the whole like
yes. Oh my
retrospective.
gosh.
And like, I love the fact that she had on that sea foam caftan, and it was like such a similar color to the dress she wore when she went to Eurovision. Side note, but that's just like something I wanted to touch on since we were talking about like
let me
old
add
Eurovision
something.
entries.
Let me add something to that side note because I was there. I almost start sobbing at
Right, I was
midnight.
crying.
I was sobbing. I was like, Karina is now 78 years old. It's been over 50 years since she did Eurovision. And the flowers that she's been giving in live for that performance alone, it's something that she deserves. She put Spain in a really high position at Eurovision. The
Second,
70s is
right?
second, yeah. And the
Second, right.
70s is one of the most successful decades of Spain in Eurovision.
Mm-hmm.
They were
Mhm.
killing it in the 70s, and they almost won 3 times, I believe.
That
Mhm.
run from like 68 through 74 for Spain.
They were for
Fantastic.
blood. They were in for blood.
They were
Oh,
in
so
for
it's like
blood.
what? Because you said second place. What was it? That was 74. That was
That was 71, 73, and 79.
okay. So 73 was NS2, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because we're not going to
Oh,
get
also
all
the performance.
Eurovision.
Also the performance of NS too.
Number one,
Ah.
I love that song to pieces.
Mhm.
That year, the top two that year, I would be okay with either one winning.
Yeah.
100% because it's such a good. That's a great year. Like if you haven't watched these old contests, guys, watch them because there are some years that you're just like, wait, I only know the winner for this one. When you
Yeah.
should know the whole lineup. And I'm
Consider
gonna
this
say,
your
I want to say,
homework. This is your
Yeah.
homework from us.
yeah, that's
Exactly.
homework, history homework.
So,
Sorry.
yeah, Karina's special moment was great.
Mhm.
It was about 10-15 minutes, but she deserved that and more.
Mhm.
She performed En Un Mundo Nuevo, her second
Yeah.
place of 1971, and at the beginning of her set, she performed one of her classic songs from her repertoire from back in the 60s. So the woman is just super charming, super adorable. I loved her. And I was almost sobbing at the venue when I saw that moment. It was very beautiful and very special.
Yeah. Sorry, and we're just looking here. Get back on track here.
Yes.
So we've talked about this unique elements for this song. We've kind of really touched heavily on this as well when we were talking about production and genre. I think the biggest thing is just like Blanca herself. She
Mhm.
is a commanding force. She is arresting. You stop what you're doing and you watch her.
Literally, yeah. Like, and no, I swear, a camera is on her even when she's like alone in a room. She is ready to, like, well, she always looks so engaged. She always looks like everywhere she goes is the audience, and everyone responds accordingly. She just carries so much power within her. She's one of those, some people are just chosen.
Mm-hmm.
She's just simply chosen. She's just one of those people.
Yeah.
A lot of people see that Blanca has a winner's aura in herself
She does.
at this time.
She does.
It's incredible. And honestly, I'm in the bandwagon.
Mhm.
This song has to win Eurovision. If not, come very close to it. This year,
She's not
they're
leaving with
not
nothing.
missing. They're
Mhm.
not missing.
No.
And the pre-party circuit has been the cementing stone on the pathway of Spain winning Eurovision.
Mhm.
Every performance that Blanca has given has been different from one another. It's not the same thing as in Benidorm. Every party has given us a different vibe. And the 2 performances she did in Madrid,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Loreen, I
she's
love
the
you.
girl.
Karya, you are the man, but I'm so sorry.
Kari is the
This
only
is-
man I'll allow this year to be in the top 3. Any other man, I'm like, no, you get back to where you belong. Actually, no, I'm joking. My favorite song this year is sung by a man. I'm like this where I'm like, men, step back. We don't need you here.
I have to admit, that man, Karya, is a character. The man is funny. He's really funny and really charming. Like, love to the guy. So
Okay.
back to Blanca Paloma.
Yeah, back to Blanca. Yeah, and
I love her.
yeah,
I just love her.
And the last question we have, because we talked about how well it could be performed live, lots of love for that. Would we stream it?
Yes.
I'm saying, like, I'm showing people this song now because it could do it. You know, every day that passes, I'm getting more and more convinced that she could do it. And I'm just like, hey, people, listen to the song because you might hear it in another year very shortly in a bigger context. Yes, I stream it. Absolutely.
Oh, I have a
Every
spicy
time.
take on this one.
Okay, what's your spicy take? What's
me
your
personally,
habanero tajin take?
I do not stream this. Because for me,
why?
I have to have the visual element as well to really appreciate this one.
Mhm.
And I feel like in studio, it doesn't do it for me. It's one of those songs I need the visual element with it too to make it work. Just it's one for me. Like that's just how I am personally when it comes to this one. I can't just put this on and listen to it. I have to like be giving it my full undivided respect and attention.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I was you at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Before Benny Dorm, I was you. Literally. Yeah. And shortly thereafter. Then after a couple of days and like starting to really listening to it, I was like, you know what? This is really good.
Mm-hmm. Oh no,
so
I agree. It's really good. I just feel like
I ended up streaming it more regularly when I'm streaming music. So yes, for me, it's a yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that is us. So let's talk about some comments here because they've been coming in. They have been coming in. So
España. She does have the winner's aura.
She does have the winner's aura. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ever since last year, honestly. Since last year, she had a winner's aura.
There was someone else who said that too. Where was it at? Lorendi. I had seen her quality last year with Secreto de Agua. She got me there already, and I hope that she would come to ESC someday. I have to say that my dream came so fast. Yep.
It couldn't have come faster. It literally could not have come faster.
Yeah, like I really, 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 really love Secreto de Agua. I thought it was so good.
It was great.
I would have loved to have that at Eurovision last year. Let me see here. Oh, when we were talking about the older songs, here on it says, when I was a new fan, I kept thinking NS2 as a winner.
It's that anthemic, that's why. Like it's in my heart. It's that classic to remember. I would say it's even more memorable than the actual winner.
It is more memorable. I mean, NS2 was the whole hit in Latin America. My parents know that song.
Oh yeah, no, I know that song. I know that song because my lady who lived 2 doors down from me growing up was Puerto Rican, and she had that song. She would play that song. Yeah, and she's like old. Yeah, she's like my grandma's age. So that's how I knew it. I'm just looking at more comments. I saw one.
There was actually a time when I really disliked NS2.
Jeffro and I are on the same page here. Slovenia is my personal winner, but it's time for a woman to win.
I respect that completely.
I respect that. And you know what?
Yeah.
I agree because you and I are on the same page, Jeffro.
I met them on Friday. They had a meetup before the press gathering on Friday. They're the coolest dudes ever. I love them.
Yeah.
They seem so awesome.
Yeah, they are.
I want them to tour.
Because these two comments I want to kind of highlight together. Honestly, she gives me Jamala vibes.
I see that. I
see
that. Yeah.
Period. I see that.
Mm-hmm. Period.
And then Jeffro says Aya would be a 1944 type of winner.
That could be the first 1944-ish winner that we get this decade,
Yeah.
That could be quite impactful.
Yeah. And I totally get the comparisons between the songs and between the performers because they're both very arresting performers. And I think probably Jamal is one of the people I've been listening to her since 2017 and never stopped. And when 1944 it had like the traditional elements with the lullaby elements as well that has a very much like a maternal figure watching over descendants as well.
But
so
also
I totally get
modernity to it too, because it's just like very traditional but also extremely modern.
Yeah, I get the
there's something that's
100%.
just polished. Yep.
Okay. Just seeing here, it's an immersive performance.
I do agree with what Lili was saying about the visual aspect is about half of it. So like yeah, the song, I agree. The song is great. It's perfect in a lot of aspects, but it's nothing until you see it as
Yeah.
well. Because when you have that visual, then you can understand how it is a winner.
And like that's the thing with Eurovision, because it's like you have to have the song, you have to have the visual, you have to have the whole package.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I feel like she has the whole package.
Yes.
And that's kind of like why I don't want to stream it, because I feel like if I streamed it, I wouldn't be able to fully appreciate the whole package as much. So that's just kind of like my thing there. So we have poll. I remember to pull up the poll results before the stream, so I don't have to go digging for them. And this was an interesting poll wise. It's probably the closest one we've had so far. So in 5th place, with the least amount of votes, is Albania with 5%.
Okay.
Yeah. Then for 4th place, we go up to Moldova with 14%. But he's just behind Georgia. Georgia had 16.
Wow.
So those two are really close. Then Czechia with 28% is second. And the winner of the poll was, of course, Spain with 39%. So it was much closer than, like, there was not, like, Spain's a clear winner, but it wasn't like a runaway like we've seen before.
It wasn't like
there's a lot of love for all of
60% of the
these.
vote, which was like
Yeah.
one country, which we
That
see
was
sometimes.
last week.
Yeah.
Like, man, y'all just guys, gay fans. Yeah, no, I think that I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I definitely see a pathway for victory for Blanca. I'm not over here calling anyone a definite winner yet, because I like to be cautious. I do see a clear victory path for her. Peter wants to know what our theme was. Peter had it just, was the theme ethnicity, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Good job guessing the theme. I struggled to come up with a theme. Like, what songs go with Spain? And then we came up with this.
The more
and next
ethnic
week,
ones, yes.
I wrote down what we're talking about next week.
What's next
interesting
week?
Next week, we will be discussing Poland, Portugal,
Other Blanca, yeah. Mimi Cat, yeah.
Israel, Norway, and the United Kingdom.
May.
It's the girlies. It's the week of the girlies.
It's the pop girlies. Oh my god, it's the
week.
pop girlies week. Yes.
I'm excited because I love the girlies.
Me too. And it's also summer starting, you guys. Like we're like right after Easter. We're heading into May. It's time to go outside.
Shining outside my window.
Literally.
It's kind of cold
though. It's already dark outside for me.
I mean, but the lighting in your room is great still. So
yeah, your room has really good lighting in there.
Yes.
Yeah, so the sunshine, it's kind of cold though. It's like only, I don't know. I can't do conversion in my head fast for temperature.
I can.
I mean, the temperature here is about
60 here.
It's
Fahrenheit.
about, here in Spain it's about 50 Fahrenheit.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
here
cold.
in it's like 70, but yeah, it's getting warmer.
It's
Oh my
cold.
gosh.
Right now it's cold.
Quick.
Baby.
Lauren D, you said it. I need to make myself a t-shirt that says "Bebe" on it.
Like, is
I'm really
is
gonna
that
do
not
it.
a thing yet? Someone please, I will buy that shirt.
I will make that shirt. I will do that, and I will send you an image, and we can make you one, Jordan.
Oh my gosh,
I'll make the Bebe shirt.
I'm gonna wear that on the national final viewing party night.
Oh my gosh, Bebe, but like make it a crop top. I have plans in my head for the Bebe shirt.
I will wear the Bebe shirt. I will wear it.
So yeah.
Well, let me tell you one fun fact. Blanca knows about the meme with Bebe.
Yes.
There's one interview she did
yes.
here in Madrid that she's aware of the meme. Of all the memes that have been done, like, Bebe.
Honestly, Poland gave us the best memes this year. I'm sorry. Like, between Bebe and Booty, just the Polish girlies get me. They understand.
They're having a pop revolution in Poland right now.
And we all need to be like
Pop
standing
revolution.
up and paying attention.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm gonna make the Bebe shirt 100%. That's happening. That's happening. Yeah.
Other Blanca, she's also an icon. We haven't got to her yet, but
Bebe.
but Bebe.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Now I'm getting distracted by comments again. so good.
Okay,
So-
we've never talked about Elena in the streams. I don't think the way she walks from the back of the stage to the front literally looks like she's a sad 1800s orphan, and I am all for it. Just the like, my parents abandoned me and I'm a child in the cold. Like that's like that's the way she walks forward, going booty booty so fat, and you're just like, art. This is art. Art.
Sorry. I genuinely love that song. I'm telling you, Booty, we just need to add like a guest verse from like a female rapper. It would be the best. It would be a worldwide hit. There is something about Booty that's just like top notch.
Like,
Top notch.
The American in me is like, put Hot Girl Meg on that track.
Yes.
That's the American in me. It's like,
No,
put Meg on that track. Put Meg
How
on it.
good would that be? How
I'm
like
telling you, that's the perfect demo. That's the perfect demo for Meg and Pete. Is it not?
I need Elena to like start working with some female rappers in the States, because like she's a good songwriter.
Yeah.
And she gets it. And it's like, you give this song, like, if Doja Cat sang this, it'd be a worldwide hit.
Yeah.
If like there was a Meg the Stallion verse on this, it would be
Like the girls out here in the Bay, they would be all up riding down the Richmond Bridge, like with this streaming all the way with the windows down. Like this is the kind of Booty's Ice Spice if she made a ballad. Jeff. Why?
It's
Well,
true,
okay,
though.
but I mean, like, how could she lose if she already chose? Like,
I'm sorry. I promise you guys, like, this is positive energy. Like, I just sit here and imagine that song. It's so good. Like, people think I'm joking when I say I think Booty is really good. When I played it for somebody, he was literally like, okay, but like, he's the one who made me understand. He was like when you listen to this has legs. Like, this could be a worldwide thing. I'm telling you.
I mean, and when it comes to the US girlies, she has options. You have Doja, Meg, Ice Spice, the City Girls.
City Girls.
My girls.
Yes.
My
Oh
girls.
God.
I love the City Girls.
That would be so good.
It's a good vibe for Young Miami and Korea. For
Elena,
Young Miami.
come out to the States. Like, literally, that
would
caters
be
to us.
so good. I'm sorry, we need to end this stream. We've been going for like almost 2 hours, and it's just descended into us like making revamps for Booty. But yeah, we will be back next week.
We'll be back next week, you guys.
Thank you all so much for joining us, and I hope you have a good rest of your
Subscribe, leave a
It's
like,
been
comment,
a
vote in the polls.
pleasure.
Yes.
Love you, Augusto. Thank you so much for covering Madrid. We love you. We love Madrid. And we're so excited to be there next year too.
It's been a pleasure for me to to make the adventure of a lifetime to be here. So it's also been a pleasure for me to join y'all from my small abode here in Madrid.
Yep.
It's very comfortable.
It's so pretty though.
It's really pretty. It's really comfortable, and I'm in a good area. So yay me. So I hope to join another stream soon. And it's been an amazing honor for me to be the first ever Eurovision Fam team member to cover one of these. The privilege that I feel of having made it all the way here is insane. And I am, and again, super thankful to the EurovisionSpain.com team for making the event, giving me the opportunity to get a cover, and it's insane. It was an amazing weekend. No regrets.
All right. Have fun the rest of your time in Madrid. Get home safe. And we're going to be seeing all of you guys next week too. Remember to vote in the polls and check out the site.
Bye.
Bye, guys.